You just heard from the National Security Advisor there, Babagana Mugunu. Sounded like a riot act to Nigerians and also troublemakers. That the government is ready at this time. And this seemed to be a very strong one coming from the government and issuing a warning to those who are indirectly or otherwise causing trouble in Nigeria. Is either you have a rethink or the government is going to trail you, and when you are caught, you'll be held. In fact, I don't want to say what will happen to you, but this will lead us to our discussion tonight as we have joining me in the studio the president and founder, Foundation for Peace and Non-Violence in Nigeria, Onegia Erekusima. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You just listened to the National Security Advisor.
Yeah.
What can you take from some of the points that he raised?
Well, from the look of things, I am very sure that Nigeria problem will still last longer.
How do you
because
mean?
you don't threaten people who will look at and say it is an idea. This thing that is happening in Nigeria must be faced the way it is happening. People have taken to criminality and nobody has in his forehead that is a criminal. When you now come out to threaten, you make things worse. I'm coming from the Niger Delta. A lot of times we keep telling government, look, there are certain things that we must do because there are other things that are not there. Before you make threats, before you say this is what you want as a government, there must be laws. There must be provisions for people to desist from doing certain things. Nigeria must listen. Because what we're facing right now, if care is not taken, an eye for an eye, they say the whole world will go blind. We are saying people are hungry. And you're bringing up things like community policing. You're bringing things like Amoteko. You're saying, look, you're hungry, but I'm going to fence you. No provision for jobs, no provisions for things that they will do to survive as a people. And you're fencing them to say, no, we will not let you survive. That will not take us anywhere. So coming out to say, look, you must not do this or you must not do that is not the solution. It's not the solution. We must look for the solution. And the solution is not by force. We cannot remove what we created in a way, by force, in a way, and take it out by force. We can't create enemies for people who don't have enemies. That's what we're doing now. These criminals don't really have people they call their enemies. Most people are hungry. Most people are at a point where they have nothing to do. They have lost hope. And they are saying, look, what way forward? At this time, what we should do is, what do we do so that people can stop doing these things they are doing? Not to threaten people. Okay,
let me ask you this question. Because so many people will be wondering, are you saying that some of the points, or most of the points raised by the National Security Advisor, yes. Let me call that again. That man is the National Security Advisor. Yeah. And he has said they have on a very good account. They have been able to find out. And it is possible that they have security information that you don't have. Are you saying that some of the things and some of the points he raised are threats?
Well, almost all of the points are threats. Let me tell you.
But if you say that, now if you say that, and I also just listened to you, you talked about when there are no provisions on ground, you're threatening these people. Does it mean that because there are no provisions that people should take to crime?
That's not what we're saying. We're saying something has cost it. Somebody has taken to crime. What are the reasons for this person taking to crime? We must look at those things. We must look at those basic things. Now, kidnapping, for instance. People are into kidnapping. Why are people kidnapping? Family members are kidnapping family members. How do you deal with them? How do you recognize them? People in companies are kidnapping their staffs. How do you recognize these things? So this is what I was saying. We're saying, look, there must be a platform for a begin again. There must be a platform because we have missed a point to an extent where people are saying, no, I will take it by force. And they are not written on their faces. So we are saying, instead of threatening them, let us put what we have on the ground. There are solutions on the ground to make sure that these things does not come up again. There are solutions on the ground. We have tried it before and it worked. We are saying, look, in the Niger Delta, government at the time felt there was no hope. The people felt there was no hope. But we came in and we started addressing these issues. We now find that, look, a lot of issues has reasons that are making people come to do what they are doing. And we are saying, no, these things can be addressed. Nigeria problem can be addressed, and we can have peace in this country in less than a year.
Now, you talk about beginning again. There should be a begin again platform, which, in my own words, I will see as a national reconciliation, which I feel. Now, if you talk about national reconciliation for people to start all over again, gone are those days. In the first, second republic, we had statesmen. Yeah. And some of them are no more. People who could lay down their life for this country. There were those who fought for Nigeria, and we gained independence in 1960.
Yes.
And you think we still have men who can sit down and say, I do not have anything to do. I can't compromise the love I have for this country. And what we want now is to start all over again. You think we have statesmen in Nigeria to do that?
What we're saying is this. There is a situation on the ground. How do we handle this situation? We're saying, look, we cannot handle this situation by force. But with understanding, we can handle this situation. A lot of people have said, look, this problem will not stop for the next 20 or more years. But we are saying, look, this is not a problem. In less than a year, these problems can be solved. We don't need to look far. We're looking far. We're spending too much of money on security. And the people are saying, no, we are hungry. We are saying, look, what do we do so that these things would stop? The government need to listen. The government need to listen like Yar'Adua did. All Yar'Adua did was to listen. And he implemented what he listened. By granting an amnesty. We're not saying grant amnesty this time. We're now saying, look, there must be something that must be accepted by the people. And we have it in a plain sheet of paper. And we're saying, look, if the government do this, do that. Security issues are not issues we'll talk on televisions. Mm-hmm. If not, I will tell you, in less than 1 year, we will be the most safest place on planet Earth, Nigeria.
Mr. Rekosima, you talk about something that is like a plague, yes, a disease. You know that the issue of, first of all, we're battling with Boko Haram, yeah, which happens to be terrorism. Mm. Now we hear bandits, we hear farmers, herders clash. It's kind of tinting towards a religion, ethnic battle, yeah, and that's what the government is saying. Whoever is giving it that coloration should have a rethink, because we cannot have a Nigeria at this time battered. Now you're looking at terrorism, which is a global issue, and you're saying you can solve it for 1 year,
in less
12
than
months, in less than 12 months.
1 year.
You think that's
I wish it's not television, where we can clearly say this is the way and how we can treat it and it will end. In less than 5 minutes, I will tell you how Nigeria can get peace. That's why I'm sounding the way I'm sounding. In less than 5 minutes, I will tell you, this is what you will do, this is what you will do, you will have peace. And nobody can ever take back to those kind of crimes. We're not talking about crimes that cannot be stopped. We're saying this problem can be stopped. So we're saying, look, we only need the government to listen to us. We need the authority to listen to us. In less than, we're not asking for anything from the government. In less than 5 minutes, we will show you how you can end all of these crises. That's what we're saying.
You have this idea. Let me take you back to what the Minister of Defense said.
Yes.
That we are not cowards.
Yes.
When we were growing up, we knew how we handle things.
Very well.
Nigerians should stop being cowards and defend themselves. And you also heard from Tuka Burutai when he went for his screening in the National Assembly. Yeah. He said, this battle, I have said it before, will take us 20 years. 20 years. Now, are you saying Tuka Burutai, who has knowledge of what's going on in Nigeria, kind of, is been in the battlefield? He has led soldiers, army, a team of different army to battle this same battle that we are battling. Does not know what he is saying when he said it will take us another 20 years?
Let me put it this way. We were all in Nigeria when the Niger Delta problem has no solution. At the time, everybody was like, there's nothing we can do about this problem. But we came up and we addressed that problem. Today, we are telling people militancy cannot return to the Niger Delta because of what we have done. We went to the creeks, we met people, and we brought peace to Niger Delta. And today, Nigeria is gaining from the peace in the Niger Delta. And we're saying, look, with the experience we have, a doctor will tell you what drugs you will take to get well. A lawyer will tell you what he will quote for you to get a good result or whatever. Not violent has been my life. And I am saying, look, this place we are right now in Nigeria is a shite play. The Boko Haram issue is a shite play. The cultism, kidnapping is a shite play. We can arrest them in no time. We don't need to kill people to arrest it. No one man should be bigger than his state. No one man should be bigger than his community. No one man should be bigger than his country. But because we have allowed it, we have created monsters. We allowed it. The system allowed it. We are saying, look, the system must be sorry about what you allowed. For you to have allowed